All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All You Can Eat Chelsea episode 225. Boy, Premier League season has kicked off, man. Some mad games, some glamorous games as well. Not our one, though. Our one was lackluster. But I don't know, man. This is what I thought. The title absolutely represents the fan base right now, patience or outrage, because I see some parts of the fan base patient. I see some parts outraging. And we're going to be talking about all of that. We're going to be dissecting everything and see, do a little bit of a pulse check, after game week 1, how we all feeling, what's the mood like, and hopefully it's a really, really good show. Batiste, big up, my brother. How you doing? I know it's been a late one because I literally just finished watching you, and now I'm watching you. So, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Yeah, man. It's on. I know it's not on to the next one because we've got to discuss it, but it very much is on to. I wish we were playing midweek. I wish we were playing again. Do you know what I'm saying? Luckily, it's Friday because we could just hurry up and just try and get it out of our system. But yeah, man, just looking forward to the next game, honestly, because I feel like we didn't demonstrate what we're on. Like we didn't show what smoke we're on, and I don't like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because now people think that we gaslighting them. So yeah, we gotta go again, man. We gotta go again.
Don't worry, bro. We're gonna talk about people that think that we're gaslighting. But yeah, you were very angry. You were a post-match. You were angry. I was, I was like, why is Batiste so angry? But then obviously yesterday you mellowed down in the Big Six. You're like, I'm calm now. Like, but I think you expected a banging start. The way we,
like I said, we go to war, man. Go to war. Game week 1. I want us to give a good account of ourselves and just go for it immediately. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I like Eunice's examples on Twitter about, Conte's season and whatnot. But then there's other seasons where you can just tell Mourinho's season, second time round, you just know. Game week 1, Burnley away, boom. You may as well just hand it over the trophy that day. I'll be honest. It was that bait. It was so obvious. It was peak. And yeah, man. I just really want us to win games, man. It's not angry at the players, not angry at the manager, not angry at any. It's just I just want to win games, bro.
You're just angry at the circumstance. You're angry at the
because
which is all right.
We could have won that, man. Could have won.
100%,
We missed so many
100%.
chances. We'll get into it.
100%. We'll get into it. Don, you know what? It's the amount of comments we got from the last episode, the amount of people that love the fact that you're in the building because you provide something different to all three of us and the other two as well with Baba and Javon. By the way, those guys will join next week. For Javon, it's way too early, and Baba, I think, is busy today as well, so he'll join next week. But Don, it's good to have you in the building. It's good to have you in the show. And I saw some of your tweets. You're like, why is everyone so upset about what's going on? It's game week 1. Don, how you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Listen, love for the feedback last week. I was reading through the comments, just smiling. You know what I mean? Smiling, man. Because I used to watch this show. I've been watching the show for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Nice. So, big everyone up, man. That was leaving all the feedback there. But listen, I was at the game on Sunday. I had a game myself in the morning. 4-4 for me right now. These man could have done with me the other day, man. You know what I'm saying? These man could have done with me the other day because Esteval missed right in front of me. Santos missed right in front of me. We'll talk about it more. We'll talk about it more. But listen, as bad as we were, we could have, like the C said, we could have still won the game. So that's the positive 100%. That I'm taking from it. Obviously we left with a clean sheet as well. But yeah, we'll dive into it. Man.
100%. Eunice, familiar settings. I could not be any more happier that my man is back. But I get it. You left your, family behind and whatnot. So that obviously is a bit sad. But now, good to have you back, bro. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, good. So yeah, back, familiar surroundings, familiar video quality. So,
bro, I couldn't handle watching your looking down on that. Eunice, tell me when you're back in Dubai, bro. I will tune in then.
Honestly, no, it is better this way. It goes to show, like, yeah, as nice as it was to get the old background back in, but now when we level up, man. So that's all is good. Made it back, but made it back just in time with some jet lag to watch that game. And game week 1.
That was such a deflated one. You know what I mean? Like,
No. Listen, this is going to be a really good episode because I got to be honest. I didn't expect. I don't want to say backlash because it's not backlash, but I didn't expect the amount of people going into a pandemonium that we actually did after the first game of the season. I actually didn't expect that. But online, it was like World War IV kicked off, let alone World War III. So, look, bring on West Ham. I agree with Matisse, man. I wish we were playing tonight.
Now, you know what? It's good because we'll kick things off with Eunice because I saw you. You were very, very annoyed with some of the reaction. Me personally, I didn't go out and go on a bit of a barrage of tweets, like what's going on. But I sort of said my piece that, you know what, I'm disappointed. But at the same time, it's game week 1. I know what this team's capable of. And I didn't personally see anything that was outrageously wrong in that game. But at the same time, I accepted the fact that our players can play a lot better. So, Eunice, you kick things off, man. Like, what was your feeling after the game, the online, outrage? Where were you at?
People, I think, and I get it, are carrying over their emotion from seasons past. Right? Because we went through a lot of frustration. We went through a lot of what the hell is going on. We remember the last 2-3 years has been just the most up and down I think we've experienced as Chelsea fans ever. Now, when you come into the first season after having won the Club World Cup, all of a sudden the expectation is seriously high. And you're like, oh my God, we're gonna just flip and start walking over these sort of teams. But this is why I say, even though, and I was like, you know what, I reckon we'll win this game. But the fact that we didn't wasn't really testament to us playing really, really badly. I think Crystal Palace were phenomenal on the day. They set out exactly what they aimed to do. But people are looking at Crystal Palace like, oh, it's Crystal Palace. That team, like they've still got in their head, oh, it's Palace that finishes 14th. It's just that team. It should be standard. This Palace team done bits against City, done bits against Liverpool, we've seen the back end of last season coming into this season, and they're about to lose Eze, so we'll see how that impacts them. But they're showing up tactically and in terms of their team, and individually, all of them are physically strong, and that's what I think beat us. Overall, like we were trying to really go in and play our football. Palace didn't let us. They just did not let us, and I thought during the game, now you know what, this will wear off. Palace are not going to hold on for 90 minutes, surely. Testament to them, they did. But this is the sort of game you're going to face in the Premier League sometimes. Now, this is where I feel like there has to be a little bit of realism. Because as much as we want to win the first game, no problem. 2 points. I would rather have this issue right now rather than later. So then we can actually, at least psychologically wake ourselves up and go, no, you know what, we've got a couple of things we need to fix. I'd rather that now. Secondly, this Palace team set out on a job and we're really, really physical. You're going to have these games in the Premier League. City are going to lose these type of games. Liverpool are going to lose these type of games. Arsenal are going to lose these type of games. That's going to happen. Like, no team's going to win every single game. The fact that we drew, at the end of the day, not to accept a draw because we did play at home, and this is a game that I know we all want to win, but these things are going to happen. This is the sort of game that you just go, you know what, just don't lose it. Going into next game, though, against West Ham, this is where I want to be clear. The West Ham game against Graham Potter, I reckon that's a game we should win. Because as much as I look at Palace and go, no, you guys actually have something about you and you're strong and you're the type of team that will stop the big boys this season, I don't expect that from West Ham. They look like a mess. With all honesty. And Graham Potter, I think, remember, Matisse, we were talking about the sack race when we got everyone together. And we overlooked Graham Potter. It was mentioned, but because we looked at other candidates, but I reckon now Graham Potter's up there and getting sacked in terms of the first guy to get sacked. So I think that's a game that we should be winning. But this is what I want to say. If we do win that game against West Ham, people look at that Palace draw and go, okay, you know what, it's fine. This is what I say. It's the first game of the season. No team is going to be set in their ways now. Even the ones that are winning. Even Tottenham, who beat Burnley, are they in a title race now? No, you not really going to say that. No team is going to be set in their ways for the first 6-7 games of the season, I think. Only up until then, you begin to understand where each team is going. This is where we've got to set out our ways. After that, there's no room for error. No room for error at all. At that point, you're set and you're good to go and you should be in a rhythm. We still have a little bit of time to get that underway, but West Ham should be able.
Do you know what? Before I go to Matisse and then to Don, just to fully understand what you said, Eunice, 100%. And I felt the same way as well post-match. I wasn't, outraged or anything like that. But I feel like where I was disappointed, and I think this is where I get Matisse's anger post-match. I felt the energy for the first game. Like, it's the first Premier League game, and I felt like our players, a lot of the passes were a bit astray. Some of the communication was a little bit, not in sync. I get it. It is the first game, but there's got to be a level of energy. There's got to be a level of intensity that needs to be applied week in, week out in the Premier League, whether it's the first game or the 10th game or the 30th game, whatever the case is, right? That's where I was a little bit disappointed that, lads, I get it. I fully understand that you didn't have a proper preseason. Club World Cup went over. You didn't have enough vacation. I understand. But I need you to be a little bit more switched on. I'm not angry. I understand. But I'm not going to sit here and completely praise Palace either. Yes, Palace are strong. But I think if we play the way we know we can, that Palace team gets destroyed by us. That's as simple as that. That's how I'm not disrespecting them. I'm not, trying to downplay them. We destroy them. So, Matisse, you're on mute.
I don't think they were ever going to get destroyed. I mean, last episode, Javon gave it a good 3 or 4-0, something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I gave it a 3-0 as well. Actually.
Yeah, listen. We got to respect Palace a bit because they have beaten Liverpool. They beat City in the final. They've had a preseason since probably when we were ending the Club World Cup. That's probably when their preseason was starting. So
yeah,
there is that context. And listen, I thought we'd be sharp, so I was kind of taken aback. Because we played the friendlies, right? Yeah. We didn't really have much rest. So I thought we were in a continuation almost. And if anything, the burnout is coming later and the drop-off is coming later and we'll deal with that later. So I was expecting quite a sharp team because that's what we've seen. But it was the complete opposite. They looked like they weren't ready. In terms of fitness, they looked like they were off the pace. They looked like they needed more rest. And that's more than fine. If that's the case, then that's just the consequence of winning the Club World Cup. But it's caught me off guard. If we had those two friendlies and we were poor, I'd be like, okay, fair. It's going to be a slow start to the season. Definitely going to be a slow start because these guys didn't have enough rest. And that's just the consequence of being world champions. We're going to have to take it. First 3-4 games. I think the other thing is that the first 3-4 games are actually really favorable to a degree. So it's like you want to get off to a good start because after these first 3-4 games, it's a trip to Old Trafford. I'm sure there's other things coming up as well.
Home games as well, Matisse. Like home games.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's some nice fixtures there. My biggest disappointment was probably just the fact that Esteval didn't start. Because I just feel like we've seen that rotation between him and Palmer. We've seen against PSG that Palmer on the right versus in this left 10 or wherever he was, that's where he was. Enzo in the right 10. It just felt like we went back to things that made us more rigid, back to things that made us more predictable. When we've all seen that if Palmer's on the right and there's an overlap, or Palmer's in the 10 at bare minimum with someone on the right that rotates. That was part of the Kudus link, maybe. Kudus we were trying to get Kudus. They just said that we were trying to get that deal done, but we were trying to offer Dewsbury Hall. Maybe Kudus on the right, interchanging with Palmer. That would have been a smoother interchange. Esteval as well, less experienced, but again, smoother interchange. You're not going to get that out of Neto. You're not going to get that out of Gittins. Obviously on the wrong side or on the left. But it just felt like, okay, 2 wingers again, 10 again, and nobody able to drift. And that's where Hughes and Walton were just picking him up, following him, tracking him. I was watching him for a good 5 minutes in that game at one point. I was just like, yo, these man won't let him breathe. No passing lanes. And then when you're missing your 2 best ball playing centre-backs in Colwell and Tossin, you're penetrating the middle even less. So I wasn't angry with... Look, the manager made one part of the 11 I disagreed with. I said that before the stream. I said, guys, chat, Esteval maybe not started this one. That's about it. because Gittins is raw. Gittins is raw.
Yeah.
He might be 2 years older than Esteval, but he's probably more raw. I don't know, but he's definitely raw, right? And that was the only thing. But the players are world champions, man. Can't be too angry with the players. There were some poor performances. Enzo was poor, very poor.
Yeah.
Palmer was.
He looked like he wasn't fit. Like he needs time to get.
He just come off a great season. So then people are making mad sweeping statements about Enzo Fernandez, like he didn't just bang in a whole heap of goals, like he didn't just have a really good season. That's what
they do, man. They're always in the cave waiting. This is why.
But this is why I say, like,
in the caves waiting, bro.
I used to have this saying: just criticize in isolation. You can criticize a performance and a moment. You don't have to make a sweeping statement after it, right? Cole Palmer was poor when he did start to get the ball more in the second half. He wasn't waiting the passes, or he wasn't making the right decisions, or he wasn't having an influence. He was poor. João Pedro, right? He's just come off some great goal scoring start. Poor. I missed that header. I expected that to go in. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why I didn't want to get too ahead of myself on that other header. It's a great header, but I need the headers to go in, because the headers are the headers, bro. Yeah. The headers are important to me. You know what I'm saying? But miss. Delap, come on. Again, hit the target. I think that was our only shot on target, wasn't it? Or something like that, which is crazy.
Yeah, well, I don't know how Chalobah never hit the target from
brother, that one
like a meter out.
Santos as well. Brother was too excited.
Too excited.
He could have gone up in lights. I would have been. You see this smile on my face? Boy, the dimples would have been out if Santos had scored that goal, you know.
Bro, it just needed one touch, and just a finish, bro. He was right in front of the goal, man. Esteval as well, man. Both of them, both the Brazilians, bro. In fact,
this is
how was
as to why why like playing against Crystal Palace in that way, and the problems we were facing. What we brought on were the solutions, but even then, on top of that, we need more. So like Santos came on, and I thought that was correct, and you saw how he was moving. You need technical ballers against a physical, robust team that's not really letting you through. You need players that are just able to navigate in tight spaces. Then that's all you can do. Or spam the ball into the box and get two Liam Delap in there to just hope, which we didn't have. But when you have Santos in there, Esteval and the impact that he made, I would argue as well, Xavi Simons would have fitted that game beautifully.
100.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Which is
Don, that man,
85%
like seriously.
there. You know, Fabrizio's doing percentages now. We're 85% now. We've moved up by 5%.
Can't wait to the 100%. Don, you were at the game. What was the mood of the fans on that day by the end of full time? Like, what was the vibe by the end of full time?
You know what? Like, no one was really angry. I would say I think it was just more like deflated and a bit disappointed, a bit stunned in a way. We were a bit. You know, we didn't expect it because, like Matisse said, the past two games we've seen, you know, since coming back, bro, it's like we never left, right? And we haven't really had that much rest. So for the team to turn up like that, you know, Palmer sloppy passes, I'm seeing him giving the ball to Gittins, and he's making Gittins have to run for it instead of just playing it to his feet or playing it right in front of him. He did it in front of me twice, by the way. Gave him the ball, he got it back, he done it again, and I'm like, if I'm Gittins, I'm going up to him after and saying, yo, bro, why are you passing the ball to me like that? You trying to get me injured? Are you trying to take the piss? Because that's how injuries happen, bro. If you're giving your teammate some sloppy pass and now you're having to chase for it and then you get clattered, you can get injured, bro. Like Palmer wasn't taking any care of his passing. Enzo Fernandez, I said it on my channel, bro. Too much paella, Too much paella, bro. You need to burn it off.
Hey, he had a banging holiday. Some of the pictures look really good, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, there was a big bowl. Miss, type in on Google right now, Enzo Fernandez, paella, cucurella. You'll see it come up, I've never seen a paella bowl that big. Type it in, you'll see it, and share on the screen, bro. I've never seen a paella bowl that big, bro. It was massive. So I know Enzo was drinking. I know Enzo was enjoying. I know Enzo was having fun with his missus, his kids. He needs to...
Do you know what? He's not lying, you know.
Have you seen it, the bowl? Share it so the people can see it, bro.
And Enzo didn't play that game against Bayer Leverkusen. He only came on, I think, against AC Milan, if I'm right.
Against AC Milan, bro. And if you guys remember, didn't he get injured in the final as well, bro? He got injured, didn't he? Look at that. I've never seen a paella bowl that big, bro. Yeah? That's what Enzo was eating with Cucurella, bro.
Oh, no. This is what is going on here, lads?
That's how going on here.
What is that?
I'm telling you, bro, when you're eating something like that, you ain't going to move correctly on the pitch. So he needs to burn it off.
What in the carbs is going on here?
I'm telling you, Enzo was taking the piss.
If I had known
Enzo-
this context before the game, I would never have even been shocked. Bro, Santos should have been on at half time.
That could feed an entire family, like more than a family.
Do you
bro?
think
What
if
is
Enzo
that?
Maresca had seen this picture, I'm telling you now, he's not starting Enzo in that game. He's starting Santos straight away.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, bro. You know, I was watching him and he couldn't even get his feet together. Like so sluggish. There was one moment where we built up. Yeah, one of the best build-ups we've had all game because our build-up was shit. Right? We build up all the way from the back. Caicedo plays it to Enzo. Enzo gets in the final third. He just whips the cross across the box. Sorry, it just kind of.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
shocking. You know, so it was very out of character. And for me, I would have actually taken him off at halftime. I would have taken him off at halftime and brought on Santos.
Do you know what, Don?
You know?
Just on that, just quickly on that, because that's such a good point. I know it's game week 1, but do you think this is where Maresca's like, boy, I need you to be ruthless. I know it's game week 1, but that's 3 points. Like this season is gonna be tough. You got Liverpool. You see the way City, they look Rangers. Oh,
baller.
He looked like he was on. So do we have the luxury to just allow for sluggish behaviors? I get a first game, but do you think Enzo Maresca should have said, you know what? You think about your game for a little bit, get fit. Maybe we'll think about it next week. Andre Santos, you're in at halftime, or do you think that would be too harsh?
No, bro. I would have taken him off at halftime because you can clearly see that he's not in the game. Like the way Enzo was playing, I know a lot of people are gonna get off their agendas and look at him. This is how he plays. He scores a goal, but he still plays like this. It's a lie because I've seen Enzo have many good games up there where he's influencing the game. He's not, my favorite type of player in the pockets because, like, if you're looking at Xavi Simons, for example, or Palmer, you're looking at the likes of those sort of players. When they take the ball in the half turn, they're a lot more agile than Enzo. I can't debate with that. But if you talk about controlling the game, no one can chat to Enzo in the first phase. But we don't play him like that, right? But what he did last season was improve his performances further up the pitch. I was seeing an Enzo that was balling, bro. For me, he was our third best player last season, right? So to watch him like that, it was really frustrating. Santos should have come on because when he came on, I thought he was good. Esteval, he came on obviously quite early. I saw him warming up, and honestly, bro, the crowd, when he was warming up, that was probably the loudest I've heard the bridge.
Hey, the crowd loves him, huh? The crowd loves him.
Love him, bro. Love him. You know what I mean? And he just had to take, it just had to be just one touch and then bang. But I think in his head, he scored already. Yeah, I know them ones. Trust me. In his head, he thought he scored already.
It's like a Lazo. It's like a Lazo.
Bro, bro, I was playing at the bridge for this Bing X kind of match between some creators and stuff, Boy, I had a similar chance at the bridge, bro. Ball come across the box, and I'm looking at this goal. I'm smiling before I've even shot, bro. Man's looking around. I'm not watching the ball.
Man scored.
I'm thinking about how I'm going to celebrate. It's my first goal at the bridge. Brother, I miskicked this ball, dropped on the floor. I said, rah, that's my chance gone. Bro, everything was happening so fast.
Yeah,
they call that premature ejaculation, bro. You know?
100%, bro. You know, we were, Gittins on the left hand side. I thought he wasn't great in the game. He was trying, but the cutbacks weren't really working. You have to give props to Palace as well, because when you watch these guys in person, bro, they're Goliaths. Most of these guys, I'm looking at Lacroix. I'm looking at that Richards guy.
Bro, Adam Wharton. Hey, how good is Adam Wharton live? That pass he played for Mateta. But lads, do you guys remember that pass he played for Mateta?
Yeah. When they nearly scored. Yeah. He was good, man. Wharton's good. I was looking at him closing off the passing lanes. Very good at that. But at the same time, I know Josh had a good game defensively. I thought his all-round game was good. But I was even saying to these guys in the group chat before, I said, personally for me, one of the best players that we've got in the team that can replicate what Colwell does is a guy called Anselmino, right? Not a lot of people know about him, but when you watch this guy, honestly, his passing is like a midfielder from the back. And we missed that massively, bro. Like sitting behind the goal and actually watching the build-up live in front of you, you can see when his passing lanes that are open. And with Colwell, he will see the pass and he will just play it. Chalobah was hesitant. Josh, he tried it, but then he lost his confidence because he lost the ball. So he's good at breaking the line, running with the ball, like he's good carrying the ball. But in terms of passing, Chalobah's not going to do it on the left-hand side, first of all. He's not comfortable there, right? And then Josh just hasn't really got that passing range. So we were missing that weapon from the back. Our fluidity from the back was poor in this game. It was poor, man.
Just to add to that, though, the funny thing about this is, I didn't really get at the manager for any decision back there, because Mateta is going to pin himself to who's in that middle, and Insamino has not played a lick of English football. So as much as his ball playing attributes might be there, physically, aerially, is he there? I know Chalobah is averaging 50 to 55% aerial dual success rate. That's just his home. Same as Mark Gurhey, all these guys. Whenever I check their season in, season out dual success rate, it's always 50 to 55%. That's not good enough against Mateta. That type of striker, that physicality is not good enough. Acheampong was in there just for height. We know, he's better as a wide centre back. He defends better. He like you said, he carries the ball. He offers you that on that side. But then Reece James, he was done for, the manager, in terms of picks. You got no Tosin, who would play in the middle. Badiashile was injured. He's played in the middle, even though people don't trust him, but he's played in the middle in Conference League. Cole was injured. We basically went into that game with no middle centre back. Now,
no, but that's what Ansamino is, though. I think for me, he should have been integrated.
But physically, you can't just throw Insamino physically.
That's a good point.
No, physically, I'm not worried about. One thing I'll say about Ansamino, I'm not worried about his physicality, bro. This guy was playing in Argentina. I'm watching his games there, and
Boca Juniors as well. Boca Juniors there. Don't mess
aerially, is he strong?
Aerially, he's not bad in the air. But the biggest problem I've got with him is he's a little bit rash at times. Right? There's times where like he's going into challenges where he doesn't need to. He could just hold off his man, but he's kind of just diving in. So maybe that's what it is. Maresca's like, you know what? I can't really trust this guy at the minute. But in terms of playing that central position, that centre back who can control the game, that passing, the guy's passing is unbelievable. He's right-footed, but honestly, his passing is unreal.
Yunus, I think now that we've exchanged pleasantries and whatnot, we talked, nicely, and some concerns. Let's really start talking serious conversations in regards to what are the, I suppose, issues that could happen down the track. So, Yunus, I think the first thing everyone's talking about is that center CB, and we've also sort of highlighted already. No Levi Colwill for pretty much the rest of the season. Tosin is not out for too long. I thought he'll be back for West Ham. He might not be back for West Ham. So, Yunus, is this a genuine issue for us? Matisse has highlighted it. Don's highlighted it. I've sort of highlighted it as well. But could the manager, are you that reliant on that center CB? Because there are you can have someone else drop in and allow for the CBs to spread out and have someone else play out from the back. Yunus, do we need a CB that can play out from the back, or the manager, as we're getting briefed by every other journalist, you got to find a solution internally? Where's your mindset at for this one?
We know it seems like, he's been basically told, like, look, you just have to use what you can work with at the moment. I get, and to be honest, I'm inclining more towards the side of, you know what, it would be nice to go in and get someone, right? I do also get the other side, though, of everything's a question mark. There's no definite answers here. This is the problem. So it's like Tosin's out for the first game. Tosin might be back, right? Really quickly.
He's back. He's been back in training. Someone just put it in the training. Yeah.
Is he going to play on Friday? I would hope so, because at that point we get to see, okay, how is Tosin gonna play in that role, and is he going to be a solution?
He was brilliant against West Ham away last year, if you remember. He was amazing.
Yeah, he was.
He's someone that does fit the bill. He's someone we look at and go, no, you know what? If it's not Levi Colwill, it's Tosin. But that's still something we need to see this season, which we've not seen yet. So if he does come back, okay, cool. Then we analyze and we can see. But at the same time is ticking, because the transfer window ends in 11 days or 12 days, right? So there's that. At the same time, there's the whole Acheampong and Selmino debate. We've only just tried Acheampong in that role. How consistent is he going to be in that role as well? We actually don't know. It might work out really well. It might not. It might just not be his cup of tea. There's so many question marks that we don't actually know, because on the contrary, if we were to go into the market, so what everyone can say, no problem, we go into the market, we buy someone, and it seems like that's what Maresca deeply wants. at that point, okay, we sort out the problem. We might sort out the problem for now, and then Levi Cole comes back, and then what? Because Levi Cole comes back, he gets his space. He gets back into his position, no problem. But yeah, at that point, someone's getting sold. You know, hands down. When the club look at it, and I can get it, the amount of options at centre back as a whole is actually quite ridiculous, right? But when we're talking about this one role, to go to your question, no, it is important. It is important, and I second what Don has said, because in that game against Palace, the amount of times that we could have distributed the ball in a way that we know Levi Cole normally does, which could have opened Palace up, and we didn't, and that we took a bit too long, too much time, and then we killed the chance, or we hesitate.
And Eunice, Achapong seemed a little bit nervous a couple of times as well to play those passes, and when he did, he got caught. He got caught by the pass.
He gave it away
rightly so. He gave it away twice, yeah. Because the thing is, if you do get caught there, you're potentially
dead.
Like, you can 100%. Like it's not, it's really not no joke playing them passes.
And that's a skill, and that's what I'm saying. That is a weapon in itself, bro. Not everyone has that, man. Not everyone is able to play like the way Colwood does, the way he just punches the ball. Because people like to say, "Oh, Don, you like saying people like to punch the ball, bro," because that's what he does. He punches the ball into the midfield. We've got someone right there who can do it, but I think it's falling out of Maresca, bro. I think Vega and Maresca have fallen out.
Yeah.
Because why can't he get integrated?
No, he can't be. But
no,
that's so annoying, bro.
Vega realistically is the answer.
True.
He is.
Like you could bring him in, problem solved. But the fact that we're not even doing that, it's dead.
Yeah, but
relationship.
He lacked hindsight, because if his ass had just calmed down in January, when I said to him, I said, "Yo, brother, it's been 6 months at the mighty Chelsea. Yes, I understand that Gusto played left back ahead of you against Everton. Yeah, but just take time with it. It's been 6 months. This brother, toys out the pram. I want to leave. I need games. Okay, cool. Go play games. Now look, now your ass ain't got a club. You ain't gone Saudi. You ain't gone Atletico. There's problems in the back line. You could have been starting for Chelsea Football Club right now. Now. But lack the foresight, lack the patience. No problem. Now I don't want him back. I don't
now lack the club. He lacks a club.
Now you lack a club. Yes, now you lack a club.
Beggars can't be choosers, bro. If they want to integrate him, I'm all for it, bro.
But he has to want to. He has to be mentally checked in, bro. You can't be integrating just any man.
No, he has to be. But man, listen, you can't walk into this team and not be mentally switched on, man. When you're looking at, the likes of Caicedo and all these lot that are locked in right now, you have to be locked in. You have to be, bro. But listen,
you know what, Don? I think Maresca is not in the same wavelength as Vega anymore. Something must have happened there in December, January period when it was all going down. Because as Batiste said, Vega literally 6 months before when he was, acquired by us, he said he's he can't wait to start. He wants to be here, and he's all about Chelsea. Like he was talking the big talk. 6 months later, the guy's got Juventus jersey on. Do you know what I mean?
That situation annoyed me. I think everyone in that situation's to blame, really, because last season we obviously lost Lavia for a minute. Defensively we really only had Caicedo that's really physical in the middle. For me, Enzo's actually quite physical, but we know he's not that mobile, I would say, right? Even though he gets stuck in that. So there was many games where we could have actually brought Vega on off the bench, bro, and then you finish off the game by having 3 centre-backs in the back, right? You play a back 3, you tell the fullbacks to come back a little bit, you shut off shop, you find a solution to be a little bit more defensive. Because remember last season, bro, those times where our midfield's just getting run through and then you're now attacking the defenders, it's peak. It's peak for them, Vega could have helped. So I understood the frustration. Even though he was only here for a second, I understood it, bro, because I'm like, there's bare games where you could have brought this guy on, But then at the same time, leaving that early has not helped him right now, because obviously he's had to go to Maresca and tell him, yo, I'm not happy. So get me out of it. Him and Felix weren't happy, and that's why they left. And obviously they haven't been able to mend that relationship. But instead of consistently dwelling and crying about the situation right now, because we might not bring a centre back in, that's the reality, people. We need to find other ways, of actually building really fluid the way we have been recently. And for me, a good way of doing that is by bringing Enzo further back, right? You play Enzo in that first phase, and then you allow others to go a little bit further up, right? Lavia is brilliant at doing that as well, but this guy can never stay fit. He gets the ball, he just plays it in between the lines. But as it is right now, bro, we're probably gonna have to bring Enzo a little bit further back, man, because you know when you've got him further up and he's in the pockets, he's waiting for the ball. Who's really finding him in there, bro? Caicedo done it a couple times to Cucurella, but Caicedo, his main focus really is to be destroying and all of these things. We need someone else that can play the ball into those pockets, man.
Do you think Enzo can? Do you think he's optimal in that role though? Because whenever he plays deeper, I don't feel like we actually get the best out of him. I think when he starts moving forward,
he can still go further forward. He can still go further forward. But what I'm saying is, just allow him to get involved in the build-up more, because our build-up was lacking. Like Enzo was waiting for the ball, and he's not really getting it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
does that not suit Santos?
I was going to say maybe someone like Santos a little bit more.
Santos is good at that. To be fair, he is good at finding the passes in between.
We got one of the best ball progressors in Europe, and he's waiting for the ball. And I get it if you're able to actually find him with the centre backs, but because we was doing this donut circle of safety, I call it, back to Lampard days, circle of safety. If you go and look at our pass map, the thickness of the lines going this way, out here, and then it gets thinner and thinner as it gets to Gittins, and then it just, you know what I mean? It's like a kid trying to draw a smiley face, fam. It's peak.
Bro, that's exactly what Palace set us up to do.
Yeah, they wanted us to go that way.
When you look at, they were constantly diverting us to the sides. Every single time we started driving the ball into midfield, we were facing a block of 3. Every single side, whether we drifted off to the left and tried to cut inside, there was 3 Crystal Palace players in midfield. We drift off to the right, we tried to cut inside, there's another 3. 2 shift over and another one joins them. And it's just a wall. They wanted that to happen, but this is why I felt like, look, I agree. Esteval should have started, but Santos being played a little earlier, I think would have helped. Again, he's not here yet, but Xavi Simon's here as well. I think that would have helped. I think in that situation, you need some creativity in tight spaces to just get past players at that point, because that's your only means through.
You know what? I'm not hearing.
Just to
Garnacho. You're not hearing Garnacho.
Yeah, hey, don't even mention that guy. Yeah,
I'm not hearing Garnacho's name. I'm not hearing anybody say we need Garnacho after that performance. Why not? Why not?
People
Where's
tell
that?
me,
Why
people tell
don't
me
we need Alejandro?
he's going to be great.
Oh, bring him, man.
Bring him in.
Bring Garnacho, man.
Fabrizio wants him, bro. Fabrizio wants him.
In games like that, everybody's telling me, "Oh, we need runners," as if we don't run on a counter anyway. As it is, no, low blocks at home. That's what we need. Go bring that boy in. Go bring that guy in.
Do you know what?
Bro, you need to against low blocks, bro. You need to create chaos. That's what you need to create. Delap brought on chaos. He would have actually been better to start the game. I'll be real.
That's what you need to do. You know what? I was just about to move into that, Matisse. When the opposition's crowding the middle and there's not enough space to put those punchy passes, or players are not it's game week 1, they're not absolutely on their optimum level to quickly turn on the half turn and technically beat the player in midfield. So when you are being pushed out wide, Matisse, I guess this is the segue. What did you think about, let's start with Gittins, because I felt that's a bit passive, my man. When you're getting the ball wide, I get it. There's sometimes 2, but he did have opportunities of 1v1s as well. I want you to take him on. Esteval came on and he was taking 2 on. Forget 1, he's taking 2. Because as Don said, in order to disrupt this Crystal Palace, structure, you need chaos. Or else it's too easy if everyone's just going side to side, side to side. Palace will just go to this side, they'll go that side, and it's too difficult. You need to disrupt that. How do you think about Gittins' performance? I get a first game week, but brother, more.
Well, listen, this is why I want a starting quality left winger, because I know Gittins needs time. Gittins is going to be sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not. And he needs to be able to be inconsistent. He needs to be able to be that way. To be a winger in our team is very difficult. We know this. And to be honest, sometimes I feel like we do need to look at giving a fullback an overlap on either side, just to give them some help. Because to ask Gittins in his first game to take on 2 man, it's mad, really. It's too much responsibility. to defeat a whole low block by yourself. It's just not going to happen.
Not
And
that
like
type of player either.
he's a very good dribbler. But one thing I did say when he was at Dortmund is he didn't have his breakout season yet. We haven't signed a star yet.
Yeah.
It's a person that we think will be a star. He's not a star yet. He didn't have a season where it was like Sancho, golden boy, you know, must sell to a big club now, must move, must make England squad, must move the needle. We didn't sign that. And that's why I was like, okay, you're going to get one inconsistent young winger. Sure as hell, you're not going to buy another one on top of it. And you're just going to have to hope that their inconsistencies kind of align. And one is consistent when the other is inconsistent, and the other one is consistent when the other one is inconsistent.
They take turns.
They take turns being inconsistent. So, look, I know Gittins didn't get the ball enough for me as well. He didn't get the ball enough. If you're going to be a dribbler and you're going to go up against two man, you need to be receiving the ball often. So you're getting loads of touches. The confidence is getting there. And you're building up to the crescendo of, I'm going to beat two man. You're not just going to receive one time every God knows how long and beat two man. It's just not going to happen. So I just felt like the way that we moved the ball up the pitch in general was just wasn't on point. There was too many people that weren't able to progress play. They just weren't able to progress play. Like you said, Don, Chalobah on the left-hand side. Every single pass, Cucurella. He didn't even find Gittins. He didn't even skip Cucurella once and get it to Gittins. You know, sometimes you see Levi Colwill play it to Neto. He don't even look at Cucurella. He just used Cucurella as a decoy. They press Cucurella, bang, straight through. We didn't do that one time.
Just on that, do you think perhaps Cucurella should have played LCB and not invert and should have played there? Chalobah RCB, where he's more comfortable with the right. And maybe if Reece James does have to play, he inverts into midfield. Do you think that might have, because it allows for Cucurella to use that left foot and find the diagonal passes, find a different angle. I just felt
James
Chalobah being
Eze would have been clear, bro. That happened.
That's the thing. Yeah. I thought Reece handled him quite well.
You have to handle Eze as well. You have to handle him because he's on smoke right now. He wants to move, innit? So
he was gliding, bro. Honestly, watching that guy, he was just gliding. You know, what's even annoying about him? We played him 3 times this year, bro. We're actually gonna play Eze 3 times, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh shit. Yeah. You're right, man. Don, so we talked about the left side. The Gittins. I want to talk about João Pedro a little bit as well. Like you know, the free-flowing João Pedro that we saw in the Club World Cup, we saw in the preseason as well. It didn't look like João Pedro was very much involved either. And I get it, like it was difficult. There was a lot of traffic. João Pedro, this is what we felt that games like this where it's tight, right? They're defending well, the structure's good. We need that different sort of feel, like we need something different. I find like what he did, I think was it against Fluminense, where he was just outside the box and he curled one outside the box. Was that Fluminense or was that Palmeiras? Or who was it?
That was against Fluminense, the team used to play.
Yeah, that was Fluminense. So do you feel João Pedro sometimes in games like this, you gotta give more, man. You have to give him.
Yeah, I think. Listen, watching him off the ball, he was getting really frustrated because I was seeing him making runs in behind, but the ball wasn't getting to him. You know, Reece was the only one really from the back that was trying to play those little lob passes and the lofted passes. But João Pedro himself, we didn't create for this guy, bro. He didn't have a single shot on target or on goal with his feet. The only shot he had was with his head, bro. Yeah, and that header wasn't even easy. That was the back of his head, bro, from what I remember. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, with João Pedro for this game, he might not have been the best person to start because I feel like when Delap came on, he was just giving you the little intangibles, you know, in terms of just barging, man, you know, just being a bit of a menace. Like, I'm not saying João Pedro is not physical, but Delap is like a Costa. You know, this guy's he's a tank, innit? You know, he likes to just rough man up. And I feel like games like this against Lacroix and these sort of guys, mentally, the way Costa used to mentally rattle centre backs, bro, right? Mentally, the lap needed to be there, just rattling people. Whether that's standing next to them, you pinch them, you know what I'm saying? You take off you pull their sock down a little bit as well. You know what I'm saying? You barge them out of the way a little bit. Just do something to just put them off their game. And I felt like when Delap came on, he looked the more threatening in comparison to the two, just because of the little intangibles that he was doing off the ball. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm not saying starting João Pedro was the worst decision, but maybe that should teach Maresca against this sort of opposition. Maybe it will be best to start a Delap. Doesn't mean it automatically starts the next game, but I think he would have suited this sort of game like it would have been perfect for him. I reckon.
Just opens up the space for others because he's taking care of a couple of centre backs and he's tussling and fighting.
I'm not even gonna necessarily agree with it, just purely because against a low block, what's the first thing you think of that you need? Link up, intricacy, touch, connecting dots. When you play Delap, you're not gonna get the same level of that from João Pedro. And there's no space in behind. And what does Delap love? Running in behind. He loves to make those runs in behind. If there's no space in behind.
But what did I say earlier? I said about the chaos though, because there was a couple there's a couple balls that we played, Matisse. I don't know if you remember, that we played in behind to Delap, and he was making the centre backs have to run back, bro. Like that creates space for other people, like just that movement itself, just that passion of wanting to just crash, man. That's what Delap likes to do, bro. He wants to crash, man. You know what I mean, Unit?
It opens things up. Like Delap coming, we needed some sort of disruption because, again, the problem with Palace was that they were physical. They were a nuisance in our faces, bigger and looking stronger than us. You get a Delap in, all of a sudden, the focus on their centre back is like, okay, we've got a little bit of a problem here. It might open up space for others. Yeah, I agree.
And he had a good chance.
One thing I would say really quick, because this was suggested in the comments just now, and everyone like to give your thoughts on it. If we had played them together, do you think that would have opened something up?
Hey, slow down there. Slow down there, buddies. Slow down there, buddies. Welcome to my world, ladies and gentlemen. Now you've arrived. Play them together.
I would have liked that.
That's tactical flexibility that we will not be able to have if we do not have 3 strikers in this football club. Now we are starting to talk my language. I've been waiting for this moment. Oh, we want to play João Pedro as a second striker, do we? Oh, we want to play João Pedro in between the lines, do we? How the fuck are we going to do that without 3 strikers? Nah, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off today. Crazy. Game week 1, I waited. Game week 1, I done last week. Rodri doesn't get into this team if I don't get over there, strangle you. If I don't get over there, strangle you. What? Caicedo on the island in the first half. Nobody helping him defensively.
do you know what, Matisse? It's a very good point because if we play with 2, then there is a need for a third striker to come. I just want to quickly show you guys because in my watch along, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure in your watch alongs as well, lads, you would have had the same question. But I had a lot of people say to me, well, there was one actually that highlighted. It goes, Miz, you see the subs? And he goes, now look at the subs and the fact that Simons and Garnacho are also going to be in. And Matisse is just talking about maybe keep Jackson as a third striker option because if we want to use both, lads, who's not going to be part of the squad moving forward? Like this Jorgensen, Gusto, Fofana, Hato, Isugo, Andre Santos, Estevao, George is probably one that, okay, you're probably gone as soon as Garnacho comes.
Yeah.
But someone's always going to miss the squad. You know, we're talking about Jackson, we're talking about Simmons, like, lads, who's missing out here? Isugo is probably going to miss out.
I was going to say Isugo maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what does that mean for his development?
Hugo and George, I think.
So that's what? Simmons and Garnacho. So where would be Jackson?
Based on what I've seen of Asugo now at Chelsea, like that's not someone you don't want to have on the bench because if we're leading the game, you want to be able to bring someone like that on because that's a destroyer. Look,
and if something happens to Caicedo,
we have to apply to the Premier League for more substitutions. This is we clearly.
How many are you allowed? How many are you allowed? I've never
it's true. How many are allowed?
I think it's 9.
How many subs are allowed?
As in how many in the bench? How many in the bench?
Yeah, on the bench.
9, I think.
Because you're allowed 5 subs. You're allowed 5 subs.
7, 8, 9.
9.
We've got 9 there. How many are you allowed?
It's 9. It's 9.
You're only allowed 9 on the bench. Yeah. I know it's 5 subs, people, but I'm saying how many are you allowed on the bench?
Yeah, we know it's 5.
No, it's 9. we would never.
Don's not saying 9 subs.
Yeah, we would never rock up to a Premier League game and not have maximum amount of options on the bench. 9 is the max.
Champions League is 12 apparently, and the Prem's 9.
So we need to apply for 12.
Get Asugo in the laundry box, the laundry basket, and just.
But Eunice, you see the problem that's going to be brewing down the track. I mean, I know it's a good problem maybe, but there'll be certain players, good players as well, Eunice, that might not be part of this Premier League squad on the day.
Well, I want to say on top of this, because if we're talking about the strikers as well, right?
Shit, Eunice, by the way, Eunice, sorry, check that out.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Shit.
yeah, forgot about him.
Forgot about that guy.
Oh, I love you. Yeah,
You know what? You know what I used to do on
Yeah,
Football Manager to solve this issue? Just don't put a goalkeeper on the bench. Why the hell is Jorgensen on the bench? He ain't coming on.
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say,
what happened-
if he does,
If Sanchez gets dislocated shoulder,
this guy
He's
needs
going
to
to
go.
Just put Lavia.
Hey,
in there.
we'll deal with that problem when we get there. We'll deal with that
the
problem.
lap might be good with his hands because his dad was such a good thrower. So I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. That's true.
Don't have a goalkeeper.
That's true, bro. That's actually true. But yeah, man, listen, at the end of the day, it's a healthy headache to have in it because end of the day, injuries are gonna happen, form's gonna happen, tactics, depending on who you're playing, they're gonna happen as well. But end of the day, yeah, I know we're talking about the lap, should have started this game, but at the same time, the creative midfielders that we play in our team right now, they were poor the other day, man. Palmer and Enzo, they were shocking because they had a lot of opportunities on the ball to make something happen, and they just weren't on it. Like towards the end of the game, I was seeing Palmer trying to run in the wide channels and trying to cross the ball in and trying the cutbacks. It was a little bit too late. I was like, why are you trying to do this now? Where have you been for the rest of the game? I know it's a bit humid right now. I know it's a bit hot, but where have you been all game, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? That's the last thing that I wanted to talk about before we talk about West Ham. Matisse, Cole Palmer. Look, this guy is a baller. We know that. We saw what he did in Club World Cup final, and we know the quality. But Cole Palmer, I know you're young. I get it. You're still maturing as a man. I understand that. But brother, you need to own this team. This team is now yours. Literally, everyone talks about you. Enzo Maresca is giving you the freedom. You are allowed to roam around everywhere. Matisse, I can't have this guy be locked out of game. It's not good enough to say, oh, but Crystal Palace locked him out. Bro, you are meant to be the genius in the team now. You cannot be locked out. You find the keys if you're locked out. Find them.
You know what? Yeah, his personality is to not think. You're asking him now, please think. That's what I'm saying. He plays on instinct. He doesn't. Sometimes he says he seems to play his best football when he's not thinking. Right? We call him Cold Palmer because the brother is just literally ice cold. He doesn't have to think. He just acts. He just does, and he lives in a state where it's like other people would get nervous. Other people would overthink. Other people would overassess their options. He just plays. But now, brother, we need you to think. When you're locked in like this, when you're locked up like that, we're going to need you to think. We're going to need you to really calculate what is going on in this game, because it's so obvious that when he's coming from out wide, the guy is a nightmare because he's not really doubled up on out wide, really. They have something in the middle that they got to deal with. So he's receiving in a bit of space and then bang, he starts, cooking from there. Whereas in that 10, and I think it was more left 10 even. And that was even worse. That was the worst thing about it.
That was even worse. Yeah.
Yeah, because the left 10, we're not getting the same angle that he'd get on the right 10. So at the right 10, the guy's going to open up his body. He's going to play some of those passes inside. He's going to start looking for maybe a Gittins run if he starts making some runs off the ball or whatever, or maybe João Pedro. On that left, it was so limiting because we didn't get it into him early. And then, like I said, in the second half when we got it to him, it was too late by then. His confidence was gone. He was basically cooked. What a stark contrast from the PSG performance. But completely different opposition, completely different setup. They come onto us, there's more space, all these things. I agree with you, though. We can't have Palmer locked up like that. That just can't happen. And my biggest solution to that was Esteval on the right, Cole Palmer in the right half space, if you're going to play him in the 10. But he's going to drift more out to the right, and they're going to have a yin and yang. They're going to have like an Odegaard Saka, or they're going to have a Foden, Bernardo Silva. Like, they're going to be over there together, and they're going to cook
chemistry.
Together. Yeah, they got chemistry.
They got chemistry.
We saw that from game one.
When he came on, bro, we saw the little moments, like the little sparks, right? But again, we didn't get the ball to him enough, man. Like those moments in the game where he wasn't really involved in the game and that, like, and I'm like, come on, we need to be playing the ball to him consistently, bro. Yeah. Like people think, with wingers, every time they're gonna get the ball, Gittins is gonna run past someone. That's not the reality of it, bro. These guys ain't Messi, they're not Hazard, right? They're not gonna be able to run past them all the time. But you need to keep giving them the ball. So most of the time, they're running past them, right? You're going to see, like, you know, it's not going to be 7 out of 7 completed take-ons. You're going to see maybe 4 out of 7 completed take-ons or 5 out of 7 completed take-ons. But you need to keep giving these guys the ball because they're the ones that are, again, going to create that chaos. You know, on Friday, I would personally start Esteval. Some people are saying, you know, integrate slowly, and I would start him.
Yeah,
I would start him, and I'm gonna be there as well, bros. I want to see some Jogo Bonito starting from the beginning because this game, yeah, I don't care if it's game week 2. West Ham right now, the next time we play them, they'll probably even have a new manager. So we need to make sure that we beat them convincingly, like what we did last year. Yeah, like what they did last year with Jackson and Palmer. I remember Jackson and Palmer were linking up nicely. Jackson scored a goal. Palmer scored that goal straight after halftime. We need to do this exact same thing again to them because right now I've got a lot of West Ham friends, bro. I'm from East, innit? And I've got a lot of friends that are West Ham fans. They've all been saying to me, Don, you're rolling us over, bro. 3-4-0, 5-0. Like, we're shocking right now. You know what I'm saying? So we got to go into that game and we have to be convincing. I don't care if it's game week 2. I can't be looking at the game after saying, okay, we won 2-0, but we weren't great today. Cool, I'll take the result, but we have to see a convincing win against West Ham. It's a must. It's a must.
100%. Eunice, Graham Potter post-match said the goals changed the game.
This guy, man, this guy, I swear.
Eunice, look, game week 1 done. All of our players, Enzo Fernandez, I think Cucurella, many more came out in social media, in Instagram stories. Hey, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. We're going to bounce back like Eunice. I think no jokes in this game week 2 because this league is very difficult. Some serious teams. But Bournemouth gave Liverpool a really good go as well. So you can tell, like, this is a serious level of league. So Eunice, moving into this West Ham game, what are you expecting now after the first game week done?
I think West Ham, I think they got killed by Sunderland. Right?
Demolished, yeah.
Poor. And what's crazy on top of that is when you actually go and look at that game, Sunderland didn't dominate. This is the problem. This is Graham Potter's issue, is that, you know, West Ham will, well, because it's Potter, they'll try to play with the ball, they'll try to use it, but they're just not efficient. And then they get caught out and they can. This is why, like, going into this game, I think West Ham will be in a position to try and prove something. And again, because it's Chelsea as well, we don't actually have a really, really great record going over to West Ham either. But I mean,
it's not a home game. I thought it was a home game for us.
Wait. It's improved recently, to be fair. They were a bogey team. You're right, Eunice. Like, for a minute, they were, but it's actually improved recently.
It has. And look, now the fact that they got Potter, I'm sorry, but I feel like we already know what we're expecting from this West Ham team. We should have more than enough to go over there and get the job done. We should. This is unlike the Palace game where you can see how they can hurt big teams. The way that West Ham are moving right now, this should be, like, correctly so, as Donna said, you know, where even West Ham lot are going, you lot should roll us over. I don't want to say roll them over, but we should go there and get a result. We should. And it should be a case of, I'm not even thinking, you know what, go over there and just dominate the ball. And I wouldn't mind even letting them have a little bit of the ball. Like, go on then, and then try and just catch them out from time to time, because they will be open. They will be exposed. West Ham are poor right now on the pot, and we're hearing the excuses now. I think that the quality that they got just isn't enough to be able to deal with us on our day. So we should get 3 points, if I'm honest.
And then them being at home, you'd think they'd want to play a little bit as well. And Graham Potter likes to play, so hopefully that opens up the game for us a little bit, right?
We can kill the feeling though really quickly.
Yep.
You know, because they're on a knife edge. They're on a knife edge. So we get the first goal, boom, atmosphere plummets.
Bro, we scored early. We scored early last year. Jackson went on that mad run from the wing, and then he was very good.
Yeah.
Remember that goal? Yeah, he was on fire that time. You know, and obviously I was there last year as well, and I'm gonna be there on Friday again. They're flat in there, man. Like, it's not like Upton Park. Me and Miz backstage was talking about Upton Park. Yeah, this stadium is like you're just sitting in the toilet, bro. Yeah,
100%.
they're just sitting, they're looking around. I remember last year the atmosphere was dead. Like we took over, bro. The away end absolutely took over. You know, so I'm expecting the same thing this time around. But like Eunice is saying, we need to score early, man, because West Ham, okay, they're not as good as what they were defensively with Moyes, right? But they still set up with the three centre backs and the wing backs and that. They've got this new left back they brought. I don't know what team they brought him from, but he's from Senegal as well. Same country as Jackson. He's good. They all keep telling me about this guy. But other than that, their midfield is all over the place, bro. You know, they might be quite threatening from set pieces with James Ward-Prowse and that. But over 90 minutes in open play, like our quality is way better than these guys. And you already know we've experienced Potter. That guy, his mentality, bro, he just brings you down. Like when you're around him, you just feel tired and mentally drained. Like you can't do anything, you know. And that's what
I remember Eunice saying, because you remember Eunice, you went to the training session and you're like, oh man, I don't like the vibe here.
I'll never forget that.
Bro, what was it like? Just laxy daisy and that, yeah. See,
these lot were training like close to us. Graham Potter was on the other side of the pitch with his I don't know, his number 2 from time to time. Just
that guy that used to talk to you, the guy that used to whisper to his ear. Yeah.
Just watch him from like 70 yards away and just
for
the whole session.
Might as well stand there with a telescope.
Bro, I used to say it all the time. Go on, Eunice, go on.
He was the first one to come over and start signing. I'm like, bro, no, you don't deserve this. You should be last. Like, get to the back of the line, bro.
I used to say it, yeah?
Skills of a brush.
Exactly, bro. I used to say it all the time that the team is taking shape of the manager. And that's exactly what's happened to West Ham. And that's what I said from the beginning of what I was saying. We need to beat these guys before they bring in a new manager. Because if let's say they go bring in a manager now that's, you know, got more of a fiery personality, he gets these lot fired.
Who knows? Maybe like an Iraola or something. Imagine they bring in like someone like Iraola.
I don't think he'll leave Bournemouth for them.
No. He ain't going for
that. They're owners, yeah. Like you see West Ham's owners, bro, yeah. Joke. They're a bunch of jokers. As like Potter should be doing better, yes. But at the same time, bro, they have not been backing this guy, man. They need more quality in that team. I'm seeing Paqueta's another one that could be leaving as well. It's a raid. They could be going down. Bro.
Them and Brentford are I think Bowen keeps West Ham up because that's too much quality to go down. But Brentford are pissed.
Brentford are in trouble.
They're finished, bro. Brentford's gone. Matisse, West Ham this time. You're going in. I know how you're gonna shape up on that day, bro. Friday.
Do you want me to get it?
Bro, get that bulletproof, get that vest, bro. Get that vest now. Now. What the hell? That caught me off guard. Oh, wow. That caught me off guard, bro. What is that profile pic? This guy's a joker, bro. This guy's a joker, bro. Oh, my God. Tobes done dirty. Wow! Someone give to No Context Football, bro. This is wow.
Someone's done that to Tobes.
That's mad, bro. I did not. I mean, when he put his camera down, I did not expect this, bro. That's mad.
I didn't expect that, bro. That's funny. That is actually hilarious.
Was that Tobes' reaction? Was that Tobes' reaction when Dembele scored the equalizer?
Oh shit! Rambo's here, bro. Introducing Rambo.
Hey, man's even got the hat.
West Ham looking like that, man. You can't. You'll start a war.
Bro, he looks like Steve Austin, bro. Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro. Give him a beat, bro.
It's Stone Cold Steve Austin mixed with Predator vibes.
You're killing me. Where'd you even get this from, bro? What's going on here?
Amazon, bro. You can get anything on Amazon, bro. Let me tell you something right now, yeah? We have to go to war in this game. I am not having anything less than 3 points. I'm not having anything less than 3 points against these scrubs.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
I'm really not. It's the former manager. It's a London derby. It's a night game. And this is the second time we will be broadcasted live in front of everyone. I will not be embarrassed again. I said this team were going to war.
I like
the amount
this.
of times
Yes.
people say, "Oh, these YouTubers, they don't back the team, they don't support the team, they don't put us in positions to go and do things." Do you not see me? Look, I'm ready. I've been ready. I was ready last year. I was ready the year before that. I'm waiting for you, man, to be ready. Show me that you're ready on Friday.
I love this.
Send me into the weekend happy, so I know I don't need to be looking at nobody. I'm just smiling, just ready for the next game after that. Because, boy, let me tell you something. Not only is this a favorable fixture run, but Champions League draw soon come. Champions League draw soon come. League phase. Who we playing? September onwards. We need to be getting these points now before the 2 fixtures a week are in.
Yes.
So let's hurry this up. Let's hurry this up, man. I'm ready.
This
bro.
This guy's gonna single-handedly reignite the hooligan wars, bro. Like,
but you know what? I like this is the energy I like, bro, because our players look, game week 1 gone. Fine. But as Don has said, as Eunice has said, and as Matisse have said as well, and myself, this team is ready to get slapped. West Ham are ready to absolutely get slapped, and a slapping is needed. I need a performance where we can absolutely be so happy about post-match. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be talking about, oh, it's game week 2, this, that, the other, let's slowly build up. Nah. Matisse is ready for war. Do you understand? Man is ready to battle. He's there. We're still so many days away from the match. He's there. He's in the battleground. He's
I got shot in the head against Palace. I'm still here. I'm still alive. You know what I mean?
But I can't take you seriously, bro. You look like you're about to start a coup d'etat in some flipping nation. You're about to topple the leadership.
You know what this was inspired by, right? I went to Poland for the Conference League final. And anybody who saw my vlog, I met this guy called Herbert, right? And Herbert was just exactly like this, bro. And Herbert was taking us to all the bars, teaching us about the history. Same shades, same hat. Bro, I'm copying this whole outfit. I think he got it from the same Amazon marketplace I did. So, yeah, man.
Matisse, you're putting that on for Friday night. That's your jersey, bro.
It's no problem. Yeah, I have to now. Because like you said, we've dropped points now. The first 4 games, I'm not gonna lie, I said 12 points out of 12. People said, rah. I said, yeah. Why not? Because we can win all these games. My mind hasn't changed. All I've had to do is just minus 2 points, but it's fine. 10 points out of 12. 10 points out of 12.
That's a good return. That's a very good return.
That's a good return. Yeah. Have that on the board before Old Trafford. That's what Man United. Look at Manchester United. We struggle up there anyway. Look at Manchester United against Arsenal. Sesko coming on off the bench. Mbeumo technically secure. Cunha doing a run like Son against Burnley, running for a whole team, barging off Saliba. Bro, Man United, Old Trafford is going to be a problem. It's going to be tough. I'm going to have to wear it again. So going into that game, let's get 10 out of 12. Let's not be too far off. I don't want to be too far off. I want to be in the mix from day one. I want to be involved. So I'm here, man. Let's do it. Let's go.
I love this, bro. I'm so pumped, bro. You're right, man. I wish the game was tomorrow, man. Seriously, I'm so pumped. All right, let's do some super chats before we wrap things up. All right, first one, Carlos. Thank you so much, my man. Mariska.
Keep reading.
Oh, no, just kidding. Look at you got me in the first half. You got me.
I gotta say this. No, I gotta stop. I gotta say that this applies to you, Miz. This applies to everyone. Yeah. Please finish comments, videos, like before actually saying anything.
Fair enough.
I get, right? No, it's mad. The amount of comments that I get, I'm sure you guys get it as well. Yeah, they've commented. I'm like, you've not watched the video, bro.
Yep.
You've just watched a minute. You're commenting. Like, what?
Some people comment on the title. That like, I did a prediction video. Arsenal was blurred in first. They're like, why would you put Arsenal first? I was like, have you never been on YouTube before? we don't put our actual predictions on the thumbnail. Why would we do that?
Yeah.
You know what? Like after
you can do.
after hyping up so much, the last thing I wanted to see was Maresca out. Like, do you know what I mean? I get it. Like, these super chats were far earlier in the show, but I understand. No, just kidding. Look at the Argentina at World Cup. Most reactionary fan base. Just chill. By the way, great work, guys. As always, keep it up. Appreciate that, man. Next one, Marcin. Thank you, my man. Xavi will be key for games like this. Yes, Xavi Simons, lads. It's I mean 85% it's happening, right? Like, do we still need Nkunku and all of these brothers to go first?
Yeah.
Or what
Nkunku,
if they don't go?
That's the
15%. They're going. They'll find a solution. They'll find a way. They will, man.
Fair enough. C2A, seeing the passing map from our CBs to our wingers was a sad sight, getting zero service. I don't want him to start this next game against West Ham. I do want Estevao, and if Pedro Neto for me was really good, so he can go on the left side. And this is nothing against Gittins. It's more the fact I want Estevao to start. So people, before you get on my back, oh, he's got a Gittins agenda. I don't have an agenda on anyone. I just want Estevao to start.
And Gittins is good off the bench anyway. He's a good option off the bench.
Yeah, he's a good option off the bench. Why not? Why not? Arash, thank you, my man. Young squad, saw the hype online. It's complacency. I won't say it's complacency. I think few players just lacked a little bit of fitness, and I think they'll be taken care of this week. I won't say
it was the same across the board, man. If you watched a lot of the games this weekend, there wasn't that many lively games, man. Like some of the games were, you can clearly see the fitness is low for a lot of these players, man.
That's true. You're 100% right. Assad, big up, my man. After the game, you all said Gittins was shit, not Palmer or Enzo. The manager refused to play two strikers or overlap the fullback against low blocks. Look, do you know what, Assad? I know you slam Maresca a lot. I get what you're trying to say. Maresca needs to also evolve this season and be on the front foot. He's set us up nicely. Champions League qualification, Conference League trophy, Club World Cup, we're the world champion. So he's done fantastic. No two ways about that. But now it's time for you to evolve along with the team as well. So, a lot of work for Enzo Maresca as well. Assad Glasner exposed this fraud again. Kittens. You're back again, Assad. You're back.
That's usually in my chat as well, yeah. Some of the things he says, like, I don't understand what he's saying, but what are you saying here?
He doesn't like
expose this fraud again, getting sacked in them. Is he trying to say in December? Or?
He's so excited for Maresca to be sacked, he can't even type.
I know. Premature ejaculation again. Make sure you type.
Big up Assad, man, honestly.
Assad again, the great Chelsea can't play without Colwell. Woke. I don't think anyone said that.
That's the thing. People are struggling to comprehend, yeah. People are struggling to comprehend that Colwell's passing is an additional weapon. Yeah?
Do you know what?
When you're there, you're taking away that weapon. It doesn't mean that you can't win, but you're taking away another weapon that we've got from the back.
Do you know what? I was watching Big Six. Even Turkish was on Matisse's back. Matisse never said. All Matisse said that he's important to us, and then Turkish said, "Oh, is that the reason why you lost, or why you didn't get the 3 points against Crystal Palace?" And I was like, "What?
We missed chances. We actually missed chances. We could have won that game 2-0, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation about Colwell because Andre Santos should have scored on a normal day. He bags that.
Estevao had a chance as well.
Estevao, but even Chalobah. Oh my god, Chalobah's chance was so like gilt edge. That's got to go in.
He was taking a piss as well, because he had an absolute howler in front of goal, and he starts doing all this as if it's a corner. It wasn't a fucking corner.
Yeah, man. If them two chances go in, we win this game 2-0, and we here smiling. I'm not even wearing this.
I think we'll probably still talk about Colwell, the passing. Like, you know what? At least we still created and won, innit? That's the main thing.
Exactly.
That's true, man. Brian, thank you so much, my man. By December, we're going to need that CB. Watch. We should see against West Ham.
That position worries me, man. I know Matisse, you really like Josh, but bro, Josh is good, but over 38 games, I still see a bit of youth in him at times, man. Maybe with more game time, he'll start to take it out a little bit more. And I thought physically, do you know what? I thought physically he actually handled Mateta quite well.
Bro, he handled Mateta good physically, but the ball playing is where he's a bit nervous, I think.
We could definitely have a better group of centre backs from an ability standpoint. I'm not saying that centre back lineup that we have of options is elite. However, because they were in form and they've been keeping clean sheets, that was my first grace I was giving them. And also because there's so many of them, someone's got to go. So it is uncomfortable, but if you can't trust Fofana, why is he here? If you can't trust Badiashile, why is he here? The Sassy still needs to leave. Renato Vega still needs to leave. I'm just
Mamadou Sarr.
I'm just not gonna. I know I wear glasses, but I'm not blind to that degree. Like you got to sell some centre backs before we talk about bringing. We can't just keep bringing in centre backs. We got like 10. Like
you know what's so annoying, Matisse? Yeah, like if you deep it, Josh is a similar profile to Fofana, right? Because Fofana on the ball again, he's another one that breaks the line, running with it and doing all of that, right? And driving up the pitch. I saw Josh. He ball carried like 18 times, the most in the game, something mad like that. Right?
Yeah.
He's crazy. Yeah. So if you're playing him with Cole, they complement each other. When you're playing him and Chalobah, again, Chalobah, he's quite similar to Josh in a way as well. He likes to run up with the ball and
he runs,
as well.
Aggressive.
So you're playing this, you're playing two of the same profile. It didn't really work, and it's not on Josh. It's just more on what we have available right now. Yeah, that's the problem.
But the one thing I do understand with the directors is you can't sign another centre back just because you got 8 and 3 are injured. Like you can't have 10 centre backs in the squad. If there's injuries, there's injuries. Like if we have 3 injuries in any position, we're gonna have some issues with attributes. We can't just keep signing players every time we have injuries.
That's true.
Correct.
It's
you got to sell some players.
Yeah, this is why I can't be upset with the directors either. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is why I'm a little bit torn as to do you get a CB? And this is not just about getting a CB. This is a CB that can play from the middle. Like, it's not just get me a centre back. No, Maresca's made it very evident. It's not about just getting another defender. We've got defenders. We've got someone who can play from the middle. So I understand why the owners and the directors are saying through all these briefs that just make do with what we got. I get that, but at the same time, it's such an important season as well, which is makes it very difficult.
Maybe they'll do something in January if they see that it's you bring back Badiashile, he still can't stay fit or he's still inconsistent. You bring back Fofana again, the wafer breaks down. It might be a situation where you go in January and you go bring a centre back, man, because you can't trust these guys. I care more about the club than I care about these guys. I'll be real.
That's true. That's true, man. That's true.
Cheeky Rudiger bid in Jan?
No.
Who?
Rudiger,
but he doesn't really play centre back.
He can't pass. He can't pass like that. He's not.
He's a ball carrier.
Yeah, he's a ball carrier.
Pass. I'm thinking who would actually be available in Jan. He might actually be available in Jan, but that's it.
He's too old.
Thiago Silva would have been mad, but obviously he's old as well.
He's too old. Like it reminds me of David Luiz in the Conte season. That's the kind of passer we need. David Luiz was an incredible passer. That guy could switch it, both feet, put it in behind the lines, like on the ground in the air. David Luiz was an elite centre back passer. That's the kind of player we need.
If we had signed Hoyson, we wouldn't be panicking right now, man. We would have had him right there.
Play in the middle.
Yeah, you would have
told you lot, Saddam Hussein. That was the guy, bro. That was the guy. Mr. John Martin, thank you. Vega is average at best. He's not the solution. Look, I hear what you're saying, but in terms of what we want to do from the middle, maybe it might have been a solution. But
I think it's best to clarify. So, like, the chat, I think, got the assumption that we can just play Vega centre back and that's it. Now, the point was more on this point on distribution. Players that can actually spread them past
that's
the ball.
What. That's
Vega.
You're just moving your distributor to the left side of centre back, not the middle. Yeah. So you're just shuffling it over to him, and then because it wasn't just Josh not pinging it through the lines; it was Chalobah also not pinging it through the lines.
Correct.
Someone's got.
Correct.
Look, ideally, it's probably the guy in the middle, but somebody's got to put it through the lines. I don't care. I don't care where it is at this point. Just put it through the lines. Do you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
correct, man. Ken Joy, my weekend was not good. Lost in rugby, South Africa. Lost in UFC, and Chelsea added their draw on top. Terrible weekend. I see UFC. You're talking about Driscus.
Hamzat. Yeah,
Hamzat beat the South African dude. Yeah.
Big up.
Big up Hamzat, man. Wow, Hamzat, that was domination. Richie, thank you. The Rock versus John Center setting West Ham's. What is?
Yeah, no, that John
What?
Center, he's a good one. John Center,
John Cena.
he's got a good
too
future.
funny, man. Richie again. John Cena settings.
There we are.
West can't see each other. All right, there you go. Yeah, fair enough. All right, C2A. I wonder what goes on in SD's head when they have 8 defenders all being the same profile and only 2 being able to play to ball play.
I think before we even finish up, I think that's probably going to be the next area that we really revamp. You know, we've seen this summer we're trying to revamp the attack. I think in the summer, next summer, you're probably going to see an overhaul. Because by the she was brought in by, who was it? Was it Vivell?
Lawrence Stewart.
Lawrence Stewart.
Yeah? Oh yeah, from Monaco. Yeah, it was Lawrence Stewart.
Yeah.
Fofana, you know, he got brought in by Bowley and that. I don't think they would have signed him if they were here, the SDs, because this guy's injury record's a joke. Yeah. So I reckon you're probably looking at a revamp in that area very soon. Very soon.
I agree. And there needs to be. There's too many right now. Richie, once again, John Cena settings. You can't see Chelsea's war. But Richie is mad with the WWE quotes all over the joint. But no, appreciate that a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us till the end of the show. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Smash up the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to all of our channels. Matisse, anything coming up over the next few days?
Boy, there will be a video before West Ham for sure. I'm not sure what, because I'm also I'm keeping an eye on the signings. You never know when Fabrizio is going to tweet a very important tweet and not just update.
But he's just doing he's doing mad stuff. Yeah.
So but there'll probably be a video before then. I got something cooking. Obviously, everybody else has uploaded their big YouTube Chelsea YouTubers get together video apart from me. So I need to get that. Right. I need to get that edited, and that will come out probably. What date is it? It will probably come out next week.
Deadline day.
Next week, it will come out next week. So got that in the pipeline. And yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm happy. I just want Chelsea to win. That's all I need. That's all I need. You know what I mean?
Love it, man. Don, what you got coming up, brother?
I should be doing a review. Hopefully, I think maybe Thursday, because I'm in the office on Wednesday, out after. So yeah, I need to shout Lawless, get him on the channel. It'll most likely be quite early, people. Because obviously we've got the game on Friday. I'll be at the game as well. Obviously Chelsea Fan TV, look out for that one. I might be doing an extra pod. We did Blue Diaries yesterday, people. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it, make sure that you tune in. That was a very good conversation as well. But yeah, big up the chat, man. Big up the man then.
Awesome. Eunice, you're back. Any obviously the news and whatnot. Any games during the midweek? Like, is there any games in the midweek this week? Nah. I don't think so.
I don't think so. No. Chelsea's the next one. So yeah, there will be the watch long for that. And before that, it will just be keeping up with the latest and seeing what's popping. And then after that, Saturday, then we go on to the rest of the league as well and see what's going on.
Nice. Awesome. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys have enjoyed.
Real Madrid are playing today. Real Madrid are playing at 8 o'clock today.
Oh, wow. Man United should have Grimsby soon.
Yeah, Stroud.
Grimsby.
The mighty Grimsby. Yep.
What, is that Carabao
Cup second round? Because Man United have to play that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that won't be on TV. I remember having to do Instagram Live when we were playing that.
Yeah,
no, on Facebook. Was it on Facebook?
I had Matisse on. I was like, lads, we're gonna watch Matisse.
yeah, that's the only way you can watch the game, bro.
And then Mandem, wait, Thursday, Strasbourg are playing Conference League qualification. I don't know about that. I'll probably tune in to see what's going on. And then Friday, it's just us. But you know, the thing about Strasbourg are playing Thursday Conference League qualification against Brøndby.
Oh, Conference League qualification. I thought you said Champions League qualification. I'm like, what?
No. Conference League.
Cool.
Do you know which one I want to watch? I know this is not like a huge one, but you know our Kazakh player. They're in the Champions League qualification against Celtic.
Yeah.
Bro, this is not a joke. This is
that's 16-year-old.
Is it so? Let me ask: is it better for him to go Europa, get knocked out champs, so he could probably get better games and better opportunities to actually get chances in the Europa League against lesser teams, or play champs and potentially get arse whoopings?
But they're not going to beat Celtic, so
No,
Are they
maybe
not?
you're
I don't know.
the
I haven't watched Celtic in a long time. I don't know the difference between like the quality gap. Celtic in the old days used to be on smoke, but I don't know about Celtic right now.
Samaras and that. Those guys.
Samaras and Aidan
Yeah.
McGeady, and
Samaras.
Izagirre, Scott Brown, Van Dijk,
Oh.
Tierney. Boy,
I swear Samaras came Prem for a bit. Didn't he go to Southampton?
yeah,
for a
he
bit?
did. Bolton. No, it was a
Yeah,
Bolton.
yeah.
I suppose it's Southampton, bro. He went.
Samaras, my
Maybe,
days.
yeah, maybe.
I used to buy him on career mode all the time, bro.
They even have that. They even used to have that Dembele brother from up front.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He
went to
whooping up that
Leon,
Scottish
didn't he?
league.
He
Yeah,
then went to
Went
Leon.
Leon.
he was
Nah,
smoking.
he came West Brom. It wasn't Southampton. It was West Brom.
Oh,
where he
okay.
came.
He was smoking
Yeah.
the Scottish league, smoking it.
Yeah. Well, who's that Swedish guy, man, that went to Barcelona? Why
Larson,
is his
Larson,
name?
Larson.
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 Henrik
Larson.
Larson.
Remember Nakamura?
Larson.
Nakamura's a baller as well.
Nakamura.
Nakamura. Wow.
Bro, he's a baller. Bro, they had a team, bro.
Bro.
They had a proper team.
Yeah. I might try and tune in on that Kazakh team, but anyway, that's me. Catch you guys all very, very soon. Take care. See ya.